Georgia Land Sale Act uh, does not regulate the amount of land an individual can purchase with the intent of eliminating one person acquiring monopoly in land holding in a local jurisdiction. The Georgia Land Sale Act regulate subdivided land, and it's applied to land that is subdivided into 50 or more lots, parcel, unit, or interest. A conditional use permit is not used to protect a landowner from undue hardship resulting from inability to use his or her property. In such case, a landowner will request a variance from a zoning ordinance to permit prohibited land use to avoid undue hardship. Qualification for a variance require proof of harm. To qualify for a variance, the owner must demonstrate the unique circumstances that make the variance necessary. In addition, the owner must prove that he or she is harmed and burdened by the regulation. A municipal comprehensive plan typically provide a specific rule for implementation of the applicable zoning ordinance. That statement is forced. A municipality comprehensive plan typically does not provide a specific rule. That's right. A municipality comprehensive plan typically does not provide a specifically rule for implementation of applicable zoning ordinances. Zoning ordinances are local laws that implement the comprehensive plan and regulate and control the use of the land and its structure within designated land use district. If the comprehensive plan is the big picture, zoning is the detail. Land use regulation is an example of the state police power. The state police power is the inherent authority to create regulation needed to protect the public health, safety, and welfare. Which of the following statement describes the Supreme Court decision in the case of Jones and Alfred Mayo Company? The racial discrimination is prohibited by any party in the sale of a rental of real estate. In this decision, the Supreme Court upheld the Civil Rights Act of 1866. This decision is also important because it prohibits racial discrimination in the sale or rental of privately held property. The fine for the first violation of the Federal Fair Housing Act could be as much as $11,000. The penalty range from up to $11,000 for the first offense, $27,000 to $27,500 for the second violation within 5 years, and $55,000 for the further violation within 7 years. Which of the property is subject to both the American with Disability Act, ADA, and the Fair Housing Act? Large apartment complex. In a large apartment complex, the rental office is a place of public accommodation and therefore is covered by the ADA and must be accessible to person with disability as the owner expense. At the owner expense. The Fair Housing Act covers the individual rental unit. And if the tenant wished to modify the unit to make it accessible, the tenant would be responsible for the cost. Which takes precedence when there is a conflict between fair housing laws, whichever is most restrictive. While cities and states can add to the federal law, they can never take away federal protection. If there is a conflict, the most restrictive is enforced. What Supreme Court decision upheld the Civil Rights Act of 1866? Jones and Alfred Mayer Company. Again, what Supreme Court decision upheld the Civil Rights Act of 1866? Jones versus Alfred Mayer Company. Jones v. Mayer is stated that federal law prohibits all racial discrimination, public or private, in the sale of rental property and privately or publicly held. After a broker takes a sale listing of a residence, the owner specifies that it will not sell his home to any Asian family. The broker should do which of the following? Explain to the owner that the instruction violate federal law and that the broker cannot comply with it. In addition to risking a financial penalty, a real estate broker or a salesperson likelihood will be in danger if his or her license is suspended or revoked. That the offense was unintentional is no offense. License must scrutinize their practice and be particularly careful not to fall victim to client or customer who expect to discriminate. When a fair house case is heard in federal court, what is the upper limit of punitive damage that can be awarded? It's unlimited. When the parties elect civil action in federal court at any time within 2 years of the discriminatory act, unlimited punitive damage can be awarded in addition to actual damages. The Federal Credit Opportunity Act, which is the ECO, prohibits discrimination based on receipt of food stamp. The ECO is the only federal law that grants protection on age, marital status, and receive of public assistance, including recipient of public assistance program such as food stamp and Social Security. What is the goal of civil rights law? Eliminate discrimination. Civil rights laws are aimed at eliminating discrimination, increasing opportunity for equal opportunity, and basing houses opportunity on income, and not worth, job stability, and credit rating. What does the Home Mortgage Disclosure Act annually require of an institutional lender with asset in excess of 10 million reporting? The answer is reporting detailing all mortgage loan made by the institution by census tract. The Home Mortgage Disclosure Act requires annual report that detail all mortgage loan the institution has made or purchased, broken down by census tract. This law enables the government to protect pattern of lending behavior that might constitute redlining.